Take this.
All right. Welcome to the Red Pill Awareness Needed Conversation from Men podcast. I am one of your hosts, Herb, and I'm here with my brother and the other host,
JCB.
And we are back with another video. It's been a minute, but we're going to be a little more frequent. Schedule change, so it'll allow us to do some more. So, with that being said, before we get started, please do the regular YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe. What I'm finding is we have a lot of people on our Facebook page liking the videos and liking the page, but you're not subscribed. So, please do the YouTube stuff. Subscribe, share, because we want to make sure the content get out to more people. So, do all that stuff. Appreciate it. So, appreciate the support. With that being said, we are going to start. We're going to do a video on something that was kind of, I guess, went viral this week. This was... Jay actually saw it on Facebook, and he tagged it to me.
A piece of it. So, maybe the first 2 or 3 minutes.
And I also had a friend of mine, shout out to Kali. She actually sent it to me on my Facebook page also. And it was rather interesting. It was kind of a rant that a young lady went on pertaining to what she brings to the table. And it was basically, the title of it was basically, all I have to offer as a chick is pussy. And she spitting some, yeah. And she spitting some serious facts along with Yo, you dumb. She spitting some serious facts, and also, man, just it kind of gives you an idea how some of these women, are thinking and moving and dealing with today. So.
I don't think she should have posted that though, but that's.
I was about to ask you what you think.
I would not have posted that if I was her. Even if I came to the conclusion that all I could offer a woman is dick, I'm not going to post that. I'm going to self-evaluate and find out how I can offer her more than just that. Certain things need to be discussed between you and your mirror and your soul, and that's it. I'm happy she did though.
I was about to say,
but
thank you for the content. Thank you for the content.
Feel like I would not.
Thank you for the content.
There's a meme that I love that has like Dave Chappelle. This is Cat Williams. He said, I don't think I would have posted that. I think it's from that movie with him, Ice Cube, and Tracy Morgan.
Yes, I can't think of what you're talking about though. Yeah, but I
wouldn't. I mean, it's good to get the word out, but sweetheart, I wouldn't have posted that. But if you didn't, we couldn't talk about it. So here we are.
Right. I mean. I want to save my feelings on it as we get through. I'm indifferent to her posting or not posting it because, to be honest with you, in this day and age, motherfuckers post everything on social media.
I don't.
Okay.
You don't.
Most people do.
I'm eating cereal.
Most people do.
I like Pop-Tarts.
So to me, I'm kind of used to it.
I got this weird green shit on my shoe.
Oh, shit.
We know people who are famous that literally post everything. I'm trying to get in the process of posting less stuff. Yeah, unless it's like artsy or funny. Y'all don't even know that about me.
I don't post a lot. I don't.
You are probably the most locked down account I know on the planet.
I don't.
It's Herb and Denzel Washington. Just two motherfuckers you can know anything about. I got a girlfriend. See you in 6 months. Damn, that's one post. That's it.
Yeah, I
have a girlfriend now too, but
Unless it's about the channel or stuff that I do with my daughter every now and then.
Herb shit is the knockless, son. It's like it's nothing.
No, I don't.
We working none of your business, bitch.
I'm actually trying to get better at it, to be honest with you. So
there's no benefits to that.
All right, but without further ado, we're gonna get this video started.
So the point of me making this live was basically I realized today that I have nothing to offer a man. Nothing. And I feel like it took me 32 years to realize it because I just found that out today. So I was today years old when I realized it. And then it took me a lot of pride swallowing to be able to admit it. I'm going to tell you why I feel the way I feel. This is not based off anyone else. This is only based off myself. But I just wanted to share it just in case it may help somebody else. I feel like I don't have anything to offer to a man because a man asked me what I had to offer him. And it was the way he asked that made me realize that I don't. He simply stated, I realize that you're single, but tell me what would I benefit from having you as my woman? Now, outside of the basics like, oh, I look nice, I can cook, I work, I didn't have nothing else to offer. And the reason I realized that I didn't is because I got to thinking about myself, and all I've been doing for so many years is just working and taking care of kids.
All right, I want to stop there for a second because there's a couple of things that she said that I think we need to touch on. One, the whole premise of the guy asking her that question and her realization about it. The reality is that, and this is now, I commend her for saying this is her personal opinion versus she thinking this is fact, because what I'm about to say is my opinion. My opinion is, for the most part, when it comes to relationship and marriage, and I've said this eons ago in the very beginning stages of our channel, I personally don't think marriage or most relationships benefit men unless you find value in it. And the reason being is because a lot of times women have a certain level of expectation that a man's supposed to be a provider. A man's supposed to be a protector. A man's supposed to be a leader. A man is supposed to come to the table with all these things. And a woman can come to the table with a bare minimum and still feel as though they're a prize. And when you have a guy that has his shit together, where women tend to realize that is not the case. That is the realization this woman came to when this guy asked her that question. Because at the end of the day, if you're a single mom with multiple kids, okay, and you can't, and you're trying to get the quote unquote high value 6-figure man, you don't qualify. For most of these guys, you don't qualify.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Damn, man, even Siri wants you to say it again.
Right. Oh God, you don't qualify. You don't. I mean, because at the end of the day, that man is going to require something from you, and if you are coming to the table damaged, multiple children, this man doesn't have any children, and he's looking for a woman to start a family with, you already behind the 8 ball. You know what I mean? And again, a lot of times when it comes to relationship and marriage, a lot of the responsibility falls on the man. So unless that man values that, there's no benefit. And then, as we discussed in previous shows, when it comes to divorce, when it comes to a lot of other things, a lot of that shit falls on the man. Whether you want to believe it or not. There's too many examples out here today that shows otherwise. It's very rare that a woman will get married and then get divorced and has to pay all this alimony or child support, or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying it don't happen.
It's extremely rare.
But it is rare. And I appreciate the fact this woman is saying this, because a lot of women get mad when they hear this shit. They get mad when a man says it. But at the end of the day, most of the men, this is how a lot of men view women when it comes to dating and relationships. Unless there's a value there. Unless there's something that woman has that makes him be like, I want her. I want to be with her. And a lot of women don't understand that because they don't feel as though they have to bring anything.
They don't care.
Right. To sit there and say, I want you. They feel as though they don't have to do anything. So I appreciate her saying that, even though she's saying it in a kind of fucked up way. But
I don't really think so. You good?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I don't really think it's a messed up way.
Because it's coming from the only reason why I'm saying that, because it's coming from a place of like anger and hurt. That's the only reason why I'm saying it.
Well, I mean,
other than that,
in this oversensitive hand-me tissue society, which I'm very tired of, because I'm an '80s kid and a '70s baby. You cupcake pansies. I'm happy she's putting it that way, because it's letting you know directly how she feels about herself, and that she's self-evaluating, that she's aware of the issues that she has. And I'm taking from it that she's trying to address those issues before she gets involved with a man.
Valid.
I don't think she's going to be content with only being able to offer the yanni to a man. I think the fact that she's making this public is, first of all, very brave, like I said earlier, and very commendable. Because a lot of both men and women do not admit their faults. Everybody's this absolute perfect being on their social media platforms, and it's a complete crock of shit.
Right.
I'm a flawed person. I'm a flawed artist. I've been a flawed friend. I've been a flawed husband. I got flaws. I got shit going on, but I've worked on addressing my shit.
Right.
And I've never projected this perfect persona on any of my social media platforms. On the rare occasion when I am going through stuff, because I was either overseas or wasn't always able to reach out to my immediate family directly all the time, I've shared that stuff because I was on a truck halfway across the country. So I couldn't just go over my man's crib and like, yo, this is what's going on with me. And I know that once I put that out there, my elite family, my elite extended family is going to pounce on that and either address it on that post or inbox me. So that's not an easy thing to do as a man. I understand that, but we have to get away from not being able to just talk about ourselves.
Right.
I'm not saying we got to hug and sing kumbaya, but you got to admit you got shit going on. You need to address it. So I think it is a jacked up way in a way, but it is also a brave way to actually put out the issue she has is preventing her from offering more than just the yeast.
All right. We're going to continue.
I don't know necessarily what I'm into, so there goes hobbies. I'm not necessarily sure my feminine level of energy because majority of my relationships, I wore the pants. So how can you, as a woman, offer to be a woman to a man if you've never fully been a woman? I am a woman because I'm a female, but I'm talking about like actually be a woman, like to a man. I've never experienced that, so I don't know what that feels like. So I can't honestly say that I have anything to offer as far as a woman outside of just being a woman. So that means all I really do have to offer is some pussy because I'm a woman and we have one. That's really not enough. I can't honestly say I can offer you a nurturing environment because I'm too frustrated about the children that I have and the lack of help that I have with them. So it's like I can't necessarily be so nurturing to you when I'm frustrated at the amount of nurturing that I'm already doing. So therefore, I know I can't offer you that. I can offer cooking for you, but then to me, it comes at a price because if you're coming and you're sitting and you're eating my food and you're not providing any of it, I'm a feel away. So now I'm offering you bitterness. That's not anything a man wants.
All right.
Yo, she's admitting a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that you rarely hear nowadays.
Yeah.
You rarely hear that admission of the shit I got going on, the shit that I'm dealing with, that is definitely going to be detrimental. Everyone's playing Supermom, I got this, I can do everything. No one's really admitting to the fact that that shit's hard. You can attest. Parenting is hard. I'm in the studio, I'm one of your godfathers several times over. Shout out to my boys and my godsons and goddaughters. But sitting in the audience, I know that shit is hard. Witnessing the shit my boy has been through is hard, and my female friends have been through is hard. So her admitting that she's lacking that nurturing and feminine energy, again, I have to give her kudos for actually admitting it. I hope she works on that.
Yeah.
I hope she finds a way to find the Manosphare, able to give out that and still be a feminine woman that a man loves, because I don't care what y'all talking about, and he'll attest to it. We do like feminine women.
And the one thing I'm going to say about it is I commend her also, but then also I have a little bit of cause to pause when she says it, because again, it goes back to something that we talk about on the show, which is accountability. I think she's taking some and making this video, and I hope she gets therapy and more help, because the reality is that one thing that she said that stood out to me is the fact that she had a certain level of bitterness. If I cook for you,
that last part.
Right.
Yeah, that last part.
If I
and
cook
you're not
for
providing,
you, right? And you're not providing for me, then I'm gonna feel some kind of way. I'm gonna be bitter. Why?
What if we just started?
Why? Right.
Like, yo, this is the part that people leave out. If I just fucking met you the same way you and all of your illustrious black girl magic don't owe me shit, I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you nothing. I don't have to pay your bills. I don't have to do shit for you. The only thing I owe you is decency and respect as a fellow human being.
Right.
That's all and that's if I was raised right. That's all I owe you initially. Just thought that I automatically owe you from day one, and that's not saying what she's saying.
Right.
But a lot of y'all think that is ludicrous to me. Ludicrous.
Because the issue with that is like, one, you're showing me you're still carrying over bitterness from whatever you did previously to dealing with me. Number two is you expected me to provide for you. Because let's be real here. When you're dating someone, it's a fucking audition. You're auditioning to see if that person is worthy of you and vice versa in a long-term committed relationship. It's an audition. So you're telling me in order for me to see if you're capable of doing something that I may require, I got to fund you to do it beforehand? Like, how much sense does that make? You know what I mean? Like
Here's the money.
And there's a very dirty joke that goes along with funding you to do something. But I'm not going to say it because I know you'll come and drag me for it.
I'm just.
What? It's not a whore. I said it anyway. I don't give a shit.
Oh shit. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I get the point she's trying to make, but at the same time, if you're in that position, there's a certain level of accountability you need to have, and to have that expectation of a man that you're just dealing with kind of shows part of the issue, and that you have a certain level of expectation coming from a level of bitterness over something that in the beginning stages of a relationship is unrealistic. Like, a man's gonna want to know if you're gonna cook for him or not. It shouldn't be, I'm only gonna cook for you if you pay for the ingredients to get the meal. Like,
because if he has his head on tight, and I keep saying this, he's going to ask himself, are you with me only because of what I can do for you, or are you with me only because of who I am first? There's nothing wrong with wanting your mate to be there for you and do things for you. I don't have a problem with that. But if you don't value me first as a person and as an individual standing in front of you, then I really don't have anything to say to you. I just don't.
Right.
I'm not going to, I keep saying, I'm not going to set my worth as a man on what I can do for someone. That goes for my homies and my lady.
Right.
Because I'm a man first. The same way you're one first, I'm supposed to respect you as an individual because you're telling me you're unlike any other woman in the world. And I want the same respect I'm unlike any other man in the world. Until I start doing shit that reminds you of those guys, we have a clean slate program here.
Right.
Hopefully. And if we don't, somebody's damaged. Because somebody's, like you said, dragging around shit from the past. And if you're telling me you're bitter, that's some shit you need to let go because I just met you.
Right, right. We're going to continue.
Why would you want a bitter female? Well, I'm bitter because of my own merits. So it's not your job to fix the bitterness. It's my job to fix. As much as I want a man to come to me ready, able to provide, work, and handle himself, I think that me as a female, I need to have my emotions in check because if a man wants peace, I don't have any because I'm frustrated. I'm bitter. I'm emotional. I'm upset. So I made this video because today I realized that I don't have anything to offer a man outside of good looks. And I learned that I don't want a man for just his looks. So how can I be so selfish and only offer a bare minimum and expect so much? That is some unfair shit. Now, I don't know about all these other females. Other females may not agree or even feel the way I feel. I know me. I know the man that I'm looking for and wanting. I'm not even half of him. So the reason that I'm even talking about all of this is because I watched a video that Steve Harvey had a while ago. And what he said was that when you're out looking for a spouse, you should find a person that is a cup that is the same type of cup as you. So if you imagined yourself as a water bottle, and this is 2 Ozarka bottles, if you meet a spouse that is just a cap, and then you're a bottle, when you go into pouring into this person, they're a cap. So that means they can only hold a cap full of what you've poured. Well, if you pour everything you got into them, they've only held a cap full amount. So now it's time for them to pour back into you, and all they have is the cap. But you're still this whole bottle. So you expect this little cap to fill all of you up. That doesn't work. So now I'm realizing I've been walking around feeling like a bottle, but really I'm a cat. And I'm out here looking for bottles, and niggas are shaped like bottles, ain't full of shit. And I have nothing to fill them with.
Okay.
Can I just listen?
Go, you go first, bro. You go first.
I rock with Steve for his entrepreneurship. I rock with Steve for his comedy. I rock with Steve for his success. But sometimes, and I'm sure my brother will back me up, sometimes the advice he gives me isn't based on the life he's living. And I hate to say this, but it has to be. You're so full of shit.
I was about to say that. I was literally about to say that.
You are so full of shit. Like, listen. Keep it 1,000, man. You pull who you pull because of your bread. Not because you approached her like she was some cup. You pulled your past two who you pulled because of your bread. And I'm not mad at that. I'm sure some other factors were in there, but the BMW 7 Series in the room next to the couch is not going to be ignored, and that's because of your bread. So sometimes when you go off in this, philosophical, oh, you're a cap, and, well, I'm a Trojan condom, and you're a skin. Listen, man. Listen. How'd that meme go? Look, motherfucker.
Right.
I just want you to just one time. You already paid. I know you can't lose your Empire of Women followers. Just one time, keep it 1,000. Just if you're listening, Steve, you're probably not. Just one time. Cut this shit, man. Listen, I respect celebrity. Like, listen, man. If I wouldn't have had the success and I wouldn't have had these accolades, I wouldn't have pulled it the way I pulled it. The only celebrity I've ever heard say that shit from the jump was Chris Rock. Chris Rock said, I had to get some money before I got some pussy.
Facts.
He said because men cannot go back sexually and women cannot go back financially. Chris Rock again. Shout out to Chris Rock. Keep it 1,000.
I'm gonna say this. First off, before
he's about.
I'm gonna say this. Steve Harvey's full of shit. I'm not a fan of Steve Harvey. I'm a fan of Steve Harvey to some degree. When it comes to his relationship, dating, whatever, fucking think like a man, whatever, blah, 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 it's all bullshit. Women, please do not listen to Steve Harvey. With that being said, I actually, and all the craziness of the logic that she was saying, I get the point she was trying to make.
As do I.
It's just, it was so mind-bending.
He's
about right. Like, what? Okay.
You could have just summed it up by saying, look for someone that has the same values, that has the same drive, that has the same qualities that you have. Do you have anything in common besides the sexual attraction? Are y'all able to have a conversation? Are y'all able to sit next to each other and not have a conversation and it be perfectly fine? That's some difficult shit to find.
Are you evenly yoked?
Done. Look, see, we ain't mentioning no water bottles, no caps, no condoms. We ain't mentioning Skittles. We ain't mentioning Jimmy's on ice cream. We ain't none of that psychobabble bullshit that you constantly pander to these women with, man. Stop doing that shit, bro. Stop it.
You know, beyond the great pussy
or
the great dick, are you evenly yoked? Do you guys have the same aspirations, the same wants, the same needs? Are you headed in the same direction, have the same goals? Things like that.
Do you even like that motherfucker with his clothes on?
Right, because here's the deal. COVID has shown us that a lot of motherfuckers don't like each other as much as they really thought they did when they can't go nowhere but be in the same house, the same room with the same motherfucker 24/7. It has shown.
You here again? Goddamn.
Right. Just go the fuck out somewhere. Go somewhere. I can't. Why not? Shit on lockdown, babe.
Babe, where you going? To the bathroom, motherfucker. What you want?
Right.
Damn.
Right.
Go with the dog or something.
So, I mean, let's, minus the clowning her for the using Steve Harvey in comparison.
Yeah.
The point that she's making is a very valid point, and the problem is
we're just assholes.
But the problem is I feel like a lot of women don't look at this because one of the things that you'll hear more often than not, and Jay has brought this up many times, women don't want to build. They don't want to build. They want to wait to the finish line and then pick the best available option. They don't want to build. And so the problem is that when you have that mentality, that minimizes your value as a woman beyond pussy. It does, but whether you want to accept it or not. Because the reality is, we as men don't care about your degrees. We don't care about how independent you are. We don't care what you got. We care, are you going to bring peace to my life? Are you going to make our relationship as great and harmonious as possible? If you can't do that, then you're not the prize. Period. You're not the prize. Because at the end of the day, that man can get pussy anywhere. So that's just how it goes. So I think
go to Vegas.
Shit, right? Right.
I'm sorry, y'all. That was fucked up. But it's true.
So I mean, with that being said, we're gonna finish this video.
So I'm empty and low, and these men are empty too, and I'm out here mad about it. So I had to take a step back, and I've just learned this. I had to take a step back and look at myself and realize, girl, you don't even have shit to offer while you out here mad at these men. So how about you focus on getting you something to offer a man that would be something that they could walk away from you and feel like, you know what, I can't live without her. Because without her, I can't do this, and this, and this. Because I'm telling you, with me, you can get you some attitude. All the bitches got attitude. Well, I got one of them. Nobody wants that. And with me, you can get a baby because I seem to make those. But all the bitches do that. So what about me is going to be different from this next female? I'm about to take the time to figure that shit out. So I just want to share with y'all that some of us ladies may not necessarily have anything to offer a man, and we don't realize that because we feel like we're a woman and that's enough. But if you want a man to be more than just a nigga, then you gonna kind of have to be more than just a bitch. Okay, that's all. Have a good day.
Shout out to I Am Delilah King. That was dope. That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope. And you see there how she did that. You see how she promoted a woman to do something without taking a peruvial shit on the entire male species. See how it can be done? How you can promote black empowerment amongst women without totally destroying a man in the same conversation? That's called sitting at the adult table. Yeah. Many of you should try that shit. We promote equal size all the time. We don't shit on women. We gonna call you out on your bullshit, but we don't rain down pillars of hatred on the entire female species, because that's ridiculous.
Nah, the main thing that we talk about here in this space is more so just avoid those broads.
Right.
Avoid them. You know what I mean? Understand your worth as a man, regardless of where you are. If you're in the process of building or you already have it. Understand that there's certain expectations of you as men. And as men, you are supposed to bring a certain thing to the table. And that's dependent on the person that you're dealing with, but also just for yourself. You know what I mean? So that's what we talk about on here. And also we talk about women being accountable, and this woman was very accountable. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that she did what she did, you know, simply because of the fact that I think a lot of women need to see it. And y'all can be as mad as y'all want to be, but the reality is this is how a lot of y'all move it. And a lot of y'all need to accept the shit and deal with it and correct it if you want the type of guy that you say you want. Especially when you expecting so much from that man and you're bringing so little. So, I ain't got much else to say about that. What about you, bro? You good?
I mean, she basically summed it up in a nutshell. If you are flawed, if you are, you know, I know because all of you are perfect out there. If you are flawed and you do have things you have to deal with, address it.
Y'all queen. No, you're not.
Address it. You can be a queen and still be flawed in your own little kingdom. Because I'm the king of me. Ain't nobody ruling me right now. But I'm just saying, if you got some shit going on, address it before you come to the table acting like you're everybody's everything, everybody's type. No one's everybody's type. So it's not.
All right. With that being said, we're done with this one. As I said earlier, like, share, subscribe. Send us anything you want us to go over. If there's things you want us to go over, Facebook page, email, all that's in the bottom. So, with that being said, we out to the next one. So.